This Perp back with another video, and we are back in the Apes universe with a brand new movie to kick off a brand new trilogy. And I am fascinated by just the whole concept of the Planet of the Apes movies. I really liked the last trilogy, the Matt Reeves trilogy and stuff like that. What he brought with those movies. So automatically going into this one, I think a lot of people are going to have high expectations. It's directed by Wes Ball. Now, I know he's known for doing the Maze Runner movies. I've never watched those, so this is like my first Wes Ball film I've ever watched. But I feel like they do a really good job of capturing the world of the Planet of the Apes and just seeing how far they have evolved and seeing how just the culture is around apes. So this is following our main character, Noah. I think that's how you would pronounce it without the H. He's a part of this tribe where it's very like grounded. They're pretty much free. They have a bunch of animals from like horses to even birds. They like raise them, and they're very into like these different traditions within their culture and their like way of just living. It's very fascinating. I really like that kind of world building. You really get the sense of how far these apes have come and how more human-like they are becoming, being like a lot stronger, a lot more agile. Even our main character here, he's very innovative as far as trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to use this pole to kind of get across this like obstacle and whatnot. And he's kind of like the next step in line when he's trying to do the ceremony thing. But things kind of go left as there's hints of like a human amongst the tribe or just in the area, and there's another like clashing kind of ape faction, which that's where we get introduced to Proxima Caesar, which we'll get into his character. I'm not going to go into too many spoilers because I do think that this went in a lot of interesting directions I wasn't really expecting, so I don't want to ruin those twists and turns. But so now that the ceremony that he was supposed to take part in, it's kind of like a ushering you in as like a man or the next step in your life or whatever. That's why I kind of took away from that. That all kind of goes left because now Proximus people are looking for this human, and they end up snatching up not only Noah's people, a bunch of other humans, and they start to just kind of round them up. And what's interesting is Proxima's whole goal and his whole motivation on, finding out who this girl is. And you're not really sure if she's on the side of Noah or is she willing to work with the apes and stuff. And I really like how they play around with that within this movie, and it makes it an interesting conversation. It's like, okay, so humans still somewhat exist, but they're kind of just in the background, and this girl is here for a specific reason, and Proxima exactly wants a specific thing to kind of help his whole next step for apes to kind of evolve and whatnot, which is interesting. Also, what's really interesting is how much of an influence Caesar plays within this movie now that it's been many generations since his passing, and how people kind of are, twisting history and what's right and how did actual people see Caesar. People look at him in kind of a different light. Some might say he's like a messiah-like figure, or some people believed that no, he stood for what's right. He was always a good ape and whatnot, and I like that angle. And I like the visual effects in this. They're very clean. Like, this was a really well paced out movie. I didn't feel like it really dragged. I like the added lore to things, just kind of catching you up on what's going on with this world, and just how Noah is being exposed to a bigger world outside of one that he, grew up in, and now he's kind of intrigued by the whole backstory on Caesar, and I'm curious to see how his character is going to develop throughout the rest of these different films and whatnot, and how the human girl, May, I know I haven't said her name, but it seems like these two are going to be crossing paths a lot throughout these different movies. I have no idea what they're going to do with Proxima, if that's going to be, how they want to kind of move forward with things, because I think Kevin Durant was really menacing as this character. Like, he just was so excited. You can kind of understand his motives as far as wanting all apes to kind of be under this kingdom and under this rule and to conquer. And I really liked it, man. I think this was a good installment. It's a good first, introduction. If this is your first like Apes movie, I think it does a good job of kind of filling you in and also exposing you to new things, and just the visuals of everything, and just seeing the progress of these apes and seeing how much time has went by. But I really enjoyed this movie. I would definitely say it's one of the better movies to come out this year. I don't know where I'm going to put it on my list, but I would say I enjoy this a lot. I would definitely watch it again. But if you get around to checking this movie out, let me know your thoughts of it. Do you like this better than Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Let me know. Until next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.